Wholeness, star family, grand rising on this beautiful dreary day. The birds are still chirping. The wind is ever so warm and comforting. There's so much to always be thankful for. But I try to always, at least with what I portray, allow it to be coming from my own experience. And I use a lot of my own inner distortions as my inspiration to understand myself, or reflections of self, more. And speaking of that, the person who I am actually who actually inspired this transmission was trying to get my attention. And essentially it's more of that distraction. And when you begin to pull away from the grips of other people's control of you, or they feel that their system of power or whatever it is that they're attaching to you, and you begin to become essentially free, and right. It's also the manifestation in my life right now is occurring so rapidly. It's so humorous, really. But I just feel like it's so important that we begin to develop our own boundaries and what we're willing to accept from another, in the sense of when you put up these boundaries, or what is another word, because I don't want to say a restriction, but essentially a guideline, an instruction, something that you're not willing to tolerate, although you're willing to accept it because you're understanding of this person's level of consciousness and awareness. But you don't allow that to breach your field, because when you begin to allow it to affect you, or allow them to essentially penetrate your emission, or you give away, you're ultimately giving away that power. You're feeding a lack within themselves, and what you allow is what will continue. And it's been a big lesson in learning, really, the past month or so, and understanding my own value and my own self-worth and my own uniqueness, and not letting other people's opinions dictate my emotions, because I'm living this motherfucking life, and no one can tell me otherwise. And I think that's really important to understand, which is your own value, your own worth. And when you begin to develop that, your foundation becomes immovable, immeasurable. Wow, the rain is really starting to pick up right now. Mother Earth must be liking this, getting a nice cleanse. Been doing a lot of planetary grid work as well. It's been kind of it's new, so it's kind of really, really fun for me. Just a lot of working, where we're at right now. There's been just hundreds of years of native bloodshed and severe oppression, being on the East Coast, the original 13 colonies. There's a lot of oppression here, a lot of rigidness here. So, I think that's why we're kind of going here and all over Virginia right now, because we're just breaking up this density, But my whole point, once again, is not allowing people to overstep your boundaries and ultimately breach your field and siphon your life force. So important, such an important lesson in will and just self-love, But I think that's the end of this transmission. I love you guys so much. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for allowing me to be of service. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, full of prosperity and abundance and fluidity. And I will see y'all next time. Peace.